Our fart noises not what we live for, what we dream of. Where life is meant to go. Man, what a day. I would like to point out that in this fic, like, characters don't talk nearly as much as Amber thinks about things. It's not a complaint, it's just an observation. Maybe I'm just not a fan of more emotional, cerebral stories. Who knows? That's why I need my secondary elements to distract me. It's apparently very cold outside, but I'm not going outside. I've been too busy cleaning the damn place. Sprucing it up a little. Adding some pizzow to all the right places. A little. Let out old Alamalakazoo. What are our next chapters? For fresh start and beginning of new school life. And after that, I think we got like a really small chapter. Yeah, side story. I might do that one too. So this seems to be really short compared to everything else. In comparison to everything else. It's Scary Dave! Scary Dave! Finally! The man of the hour has returned for the new year. For a moment I was worried that perhaps you'd been destroyed by that rebel scum. By hanging out near the Imperial scum. Then again, who isn't scum this day and age? That rebel scum. And then people start yelling at me for stop making Star Wars so political. You know, to some people, the Empires are the good guys. Man, it's really funny to always look back at older material and be like, the prequels haven't released yet. So all this stuff is kind of just working off the OT and nothing else. And it creates such a different picture. Maybe they weren't using too much of the extended universe and all that. I wonder what the plan is, though. After the sequel trilogy burnt in a fire and all. Thoughts on the Snoot game expansion, the last second save. Fun fact, I have not played it yet, Dave. So my opinion is entirely limited to two major factors. One, I think that's very counter to what Ending 1 is about, which is that you fucked up and you don't deserve good things. And two, probably just as important, I've long held the opinion that any efforts to properly expand Snoot Game again are fundamentally tainted by Snoot Game does not work. You can't go back to it, okay? If you go back to Snoot Game, you're just a pathetic little worm. I've also been told that apparently Caveman On is not the Caveman On that made Snoot Game. So, that changes things. Oh. The complete collection. Each ending has its finality to it, I guess. I guess it was about a second chance at E1. I don't like it. Another part that I don't like is I've been told that apparently all that fundamentally changes is that the Anon's like, hey, you want to talk about it? I'm like, I listen, okay? It's not lightning in a bottle. There's something else about it. What I really don't like about like the ending is supposed to be this is what happens if you stay the same and fuck up, right? Like you are a poison. You can't just turn around and say, oh, I'm fine now. The entire point of ending 1 is that shit sucks ass and can never be better again. Like you've messed up. You had a chance, life gave you one, and you refused to learn the lessons you should have. The reason I don't think you can go back to Snoot Game is that Snoot Game was the whole point of Snoot Game, right, is like, look at those losers, we can do it better, and they did it better, and then they released it, and then did some bonus chapters because everyone was like, eh. I don't think you can go back to Snoot Game, because then you're just the fucking losers you made fun of. Right? Look, I'm clinging to my better days, when everything was great. Well, the whole story is about, hey, grow up. Make your own legacy. Do something else. Have a life. And just don't like, man. Huh. Grant the giant tag to a food. Let's see, the best case of okay, some people like now what? Yeah, it's not just that. It's like whatever Snook game is, right? You can't build on that. Like, this is why stuff like that belongs in the realm of fanfiction. Is fundamentally there is no story left to tell. What are you gonna? The main characters are done. I guess you could like that's why the bonus chapters were fine by me because they just were like, okay, listen, this is some more about the characters, kind of looking at them from a different angle. It's fine. Ending 2 is saying, you know, getting punished for being a big fat idiot and screwing everything up. It's fine if you just say you're super sorry at the end. It feels weird to me. It feels antithetical. That's not exploring the concept. That's fan fiction, you know. I draw the line. Again, I wish I could get some confirmation on what I heard. That apparently this Caveman is not the Caveman we all knew and loved when they made this. That they've changed. The lock, the doors changed. The ship. Blink. Better myself. This is cool, but it is free. I mean, listen, I know that the expansion is free. I don't want it though. I feel like I honestly barely have any interest in going for Encore, okay? The only reason I'm ever going to go for Encore is because I just want to make it a thesis on whatever it works or not. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, then great. But I don't want to go back to something that feels like it's... wasn't it like a non-official expansion, though, like the second chances? It's still weird that it gets promoted like that. It's just... Like, things like Fishing Trip are cute. Because they are fundamentally someone is just trying to have a good time, and there's some freelancers just doing things. That's the thing with fanfiction. I don't care. Just have fun, and you'll win. But if the official people are, like, releasing stuff like this, I don't care if they're asking money for it. I'm like, stop rubbing your hands over the Mona Lisa Da Vinci. It's done. You're just getting paint all over your fingies. And the same goes for Encore. It's like, I get it. You're building the Louvre to house the Mona Lisa. That's very cute. But, like, you could have built a better museum elsewhere. It doesn't need this. You know? Encore feels like a waste of effort. It should have been its own thing. The hell is this? Oh man, it's boy kitten boy wife. A shrine for the shitpost. In place of the other could have been. Anchors could have been simple. You know, Scary Dave. I think I have to go to the toilet actually. I'm undecided, but I want to say, Scary Dave, that is an interesting thing to say. That is a very interesting thing to say. And I think I'm gonna have to say yes. I think that's the only correct answer. Encore is really what Goodbye Volcano High could have been if it actually, like, didn't inflate its budget by trying to be an animated anime and just got the damn job done. Like, I would have been okay if they used the animated models for the music sequences, because in those situations, having animated models is great. But since they wouldn't be trying to force an engine, they could have, like, two engines. They could have one that's, like, the normal chit-chat, so it's not distracting, and the fact the characters don't move isn't as big of a deal. And then use the proper moving, posing models for, like, the music sequences. Like, give the music some extra oomph. Make it feel special. You know? I don't know. I do feel like Encore is too much. I've said it before, and I say it again. Part of Snoot Game's appeal is that it looks kind of shit. That it looks like some freelance work. Like, people tried their best. Encore looks like it tries too hard. It looks too professional. Okay? You can't just do a Redux shitpost of a shitpost. Come on! The music... I'll say it again. The actors, the music, the backgrounds. Goodbye Volcano High's biggest problem are the character models and the script. Everything else is fine. But it really shows how a bad script can just make everything fall over. Anyway, I gotta go to the bathroom for like... So, build up your questions. We're gonna get started once I get back. I'm sorry for the delay, but hey, everyone is here now. We can pretend that I'm super famous, and I'll make billions of dollars being so sexy, so handsome, so cool. See, now I'm Encore. I'm a shitpost pretending it's not. That's not healthy. Okay. Oh, wait, no, I don't actually... I think I'll get in trouble if I don't put that in the, I understand what you're trying to say, buddy, but, don't think I can legally... I just have a habit of showing your post because often it's something where I'm like, just let it go. I'm like, oh, wait, I think that's actually, like, problematic. I'm just being safe. I can say I gotta go take a piss, but I don't know if chat gets any worse, because, you know... I'm just gonna go. Like I said, be back in 5 to 10 minutes. It depends. It depends on if I get abducted by aliens and have to fight for their planet's salvation, and the time flows differently, and it's been 10 minutes for you, but like 10 years for me. Hey, I'll have some stories to tell, at least, I guess. You know how it goes. That took too long. That was too much time. Hold up. Fine. Okay. Like I mean, they have the artist, music, voice actor, production. Instead, they chose animation. Like, yes, there will be a lot of similar songs. So I still want to do that zine that I got my hands on. There's a fanzine for by Volcano High. So I want to do the crappy Netflix animation without the infinite Netflix money, technical expertise, and software. I think the fact that it tried to be a video game is really well. Like. I wonder how many slaves or no isekai streamers going to get. My man, I'm just rolling up those sleeves. Oh boy. I don't want to hear it. Okay, cool. Let's turn this off. Let's get the window open. Let's get going. We have things to do, lives to live. All right. Let me just scratch my head. All right. Meeting Fang had left me in a mood I had never experienced before. A bitter murmur crept its way into mine, casting doubt over my current circumstances. Frustration brewed within me as well, since even though I managed to get Grandma's support, she was only able to comfort, not understand me. There's no way Fang's day could have been any worse than mine. So, couldn't it hurt to have her at least allow me to introduce myself? I've been looking forward to meeting Mom, yet I was met with this. Hey! Wrong pronouns. I think. I don't remember her telling me she was like this one. Her demeanor must have been contagious, as I now found myself in an equally dour mood. After everything that happened, I could feel myself inching closer to tearing up again. You're 17, come on! Like, this is what I mean. I gritted my teeth to stop it from happening, but after taking a couple of deep breaths, I did to calm myself down. Once I regained the semblance of myself, I fell into thought, a big selfish, aren't I? In fact, how's no way of knowing what I've been through? Same goes for me. Maybe it's better if I just let this go. But my claim in my mind, I was already differentiating Fang from my mother. Stop thinking that. I shook my head hard. They might not be Mom night now, but she is someone who will become it. I try to help her best I can. Steeled myself in order to raise up to the unexpected challenge. I may not owe it to Fang, but I owe it to Mom. So, I like how we're never addressing the possibility that you're just in an alternate timeline. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Turns out this isn't Fang at all. This isn't your mom Lucy. This is Fang. You're in Goodbye Volcano High. How did that happen? Your mom is not even a mom anymore. Dang, Gen Gammas don't have grit. What fucking generation are we dealing with in 2044? She's born in what, 2029? 20, no. Yeah, 2029, yeah. Or 2030. What gen would she be? How much AI is stuck in her brain 24/7? Or does she come from a post-AI world? Ugh. Was she born after World War III? All I'm saying is that AI Trumpler had really weird ideas on where to launch the nuclear weapons. Exiting my thoughts. What the fuck does that mean? You're 15! Why are you being such a dork? Like, I'm not saying she doesn't have a consistent voice, but it's such a weird voice. I found myself sitting down in the living room sofa. Not soda. That's so sticky. Judging by the sound of running water in the kitchen, Grandma went to wash the dishes while the racket upstairs stopped. With how fierce it was at first, I couldn't begin to imagine the condition of Angus' room. Sinking into the squishy backrest, I sighed as my plan to introduce me had been torn to shreds. No, it's still Grandpa Ripley and Uncle Nasser. This is not over yet. With a slap on my cheeks to perk myself up, my face began to heat up around the impact area. Ah, too enthusiastic. Isn't that Rachel who's too enthusiastic? Aren't you supposed to be the mellowing element between the two of you? Time was spent idle as I waited for either of the two's arrival. It was then that the roar of an engine reached me, filling me with anticipation. Shouldn't it fill you with determination? Come on. Listen, all I'm saying is that you're like... Oh god, she would be bored 50 years after... Oh god. Undertale's twice as old as her. Ugh. The noise faded into silence as a sports car in questionable condition pulled up to the house. It has one bullet hole. A familiar dark-colored pterodactyl came into view. I was going to smile as it across my beak. God-awful jacket fashion they were wearing left no doubt who it was. Why are you using genderless pronouns then? Uncle Nasser! My excitement took a hit as he approached, clearly not in a good mood, and if that deep fry was anything to go by. Him too? How'd that even happen? I do like that we're getting the alternative angle on Nasser, because most people just are like, no thing! Nasser slammed the car door. No, my penis! With force before raising his hand to the sky, but he gathered his forehead. The pained look he had near the one Fang wore when she got home. With a slump of his shoulders, he sulked into the house, not even noticing me sitting here as he walked by. I'm sitting here, I realize, sitting breeds, whatever the song. Nasser dear, how was school? Was everything alright? Grandma, having spotted his arrival as well, peeked out from the kitchen. It wasn't hard for her to intuit that something was up since two of the children had come home in the sourest of moods. It couldn't just be a coincidence. It's Como! Why is he nameless? I can't believe Como Sorian is now Como nameless. How could this happen to him? You know, the whole lizard might actually be from smashing his snoot. Nasser, stop sharpening your snoot. It's not a weapon. You wouldn't get it, Mom. It's the latest fashion. And he just starts filing it down. Ugh. Women, am I right, gamers? Hey, Mom, it's complicated. I think, it's my fault. Are they here? Nasser dejectedly nodded towards the stairs. Yes, they got here a bit before you. All right. I'm not too hungry. If anything comes up, I'll be in my room. Before I could retreat upstairs like a sibling, however, it was Grandma's turn to reach out to him. Nasser, please hold on for a moment. We have company over. Could I ask you to greet them first? Why is this this fucking fic so considerate about using fucking neutral pronouns? It's Amber. It's just her. You don't have to be mysterious about it. He adopted a disbelieving look, fresh off the street. He was hungry and needed a bottle of warm milk. His last name... He lost his name at Faye Blackjack. It's like I lost the rights to the most of my blood. Oh no, my bloods. I dropped them all over the floor. Where were we? Really? I didn't see him when I came in. His voice dragged on as his eyes drifted across the room, landing on me, quiet and surprised. Fang? Mom, I know Fang! She's my sister, what the hell? Also, it's again, it's kind of weird that Amber looks that much like Fang, when Fang is, again, 3 years older. When you're, like, 15, that's a lot. He took a step back, almost tripping. Also, these are people that know Fang intimately. You live in the same house. Another raised the other one. Like, how the fuck can you mix this up? Also, Amber doesn't dress or probably posture like Fang does. Like, even admitting pure genetics, she's raised differently. She's a different person. How can you look at someone that you've known for like decades of your life and go, nah, that's someone else. Should I be flattered that I've been confused with her twice now? Hopping onto my feet, I see the opportunity to seduce myself if anything else happened. Like, this would be cute, right? If you had Anon do this at the beginning of the game. At the beginning of the fic. You had Anon be like, there you are, Lucy. And she goes, I don't look like her that much, Dad. That would have been cute. But instead we just have this happen out of nowhere. Like, this would be fine if it was a time-traveling Fang, but it's not. See, to introduce myself before anything else happened. Hello. Nice to meet you, cousin. I'm Amber. It's nice to meet you, too. He nervously scratched his head, downplays stuttering. You just heard my name. It's Nasser. That's not a Nasser thing to say. Nasser's a good boy. He shakes your hand and introduces himself. Having given me his name, he is now powerless to stop me. He smiled at me before his brow furrowed. Sorry to ask, but where are you from? I can't seem to remember you. Are you one of the families that said that Fang should kill herself if she ever, Nasser, dear, that's the other game. I keep getting mixed up! You look so much like Fang from Goodbye Volcano High. Not like our Fang, but like their Fang. And I've been doing double duty because it's really hard to get, like, another Nasser, so listen, it's just hard for me, okay? One is Fang and one is the Neuralic in their brain. The barbars are frontal advertisements. Hot ziggity. That's cute. I'm from the East Coast. I was sent here after a difficult situation back home. Another school shooting, huh? Yeah, those happen like every week. I understand. No, I meant like, yeah, like, man. It's kind of fucked up this country. It's like a school shooting every day now. Well, in 2044, you have like 5 school shootings a day. Honestly, the entire depopulation of the country is happening entirely because people are shooting everyone. Yeah, whatever. Not my problem. She's one of Aunt Minnie's kids. We're going to take care of her. Things get resolved over there. Hey, doesn't Aunt Minnie have like 5 other kids? Why did she send over exactly one of her children? That's kind of fucked up, man. Like, she has half a dozen kids. Why is there only one here? Nah, sir. Why? Since when are you being so... I'm just saying, it's just really weird. What did you do, Amber? He shot me a pitiful look, as if he knew how how problems with the family could get messy firsthand. I feel you. But hey, here now, no need to stay gloomy. Everything's fine. He patted my shoulder before turning back towards the second floor. Mom, I'm gonna rest in my room. Anyway, he already said that. That's... Jesus Christ. Did Naomi set you up? Did you get like a phone call in the last 5 seconds? Like, hey, you gotta say hi. Uncle Nasser was just this guy now, just as I know him. Kind of fucked up this guy did not change over, like, literally 24 years. Who the hell is the same person they are at age 18 as they are at 42? We like to call those people immature and did not grow up. Even if they're nice people. Although I guess the core kindness might still be the same. Memories of him in the future... What do you mean future? Shouldn't you consider this the past and that the present more than that the future? Service in my mind. He would always look after and take care of me, telling me stories of his work as a doctor and always guiding me towards staying healthy. Oh my god, he's one of those uncles. Ugh. Hello, child. I'm a doctor. I'm going to tell you to have an apple a day so I can stop showing the hell up at your house. I'm just like a vampire, but with apples. It was always the first. He was always Mom's first choice when needed a babysitter. When he showed how much they trusted each other. A content smile made its way onto my face. So I thought back to my family. But the pleasant moment was brief. Before the uncertainty, do I ever able to see them like that again? Alright, that's enough of that for today. Pushing every thoughts out of my mind, since all they were doing was souring my mood. The only thing I could do right now is move forward, holding hope close to my heart. Hey, I'm missing some school supplies. Do you happen to have any extra level 4 plates of Kevlar? Well, of course I do. My mom always stacks me a few extra. See? Good to see that parents in the future know how to pack their kids' lunches. Now that I'm at Okanasa, that was a successful introduction out of 3 down. All that remained barring Fang was my grandfather, Ripley Aaron, the patriot. Every fucking person of the Baron family. With nothing to do but wait, I sat back on the sofa. Once comfortable, I spotted Grandma pacing around in the kitchen, talking to someone on the phone. I'm curious if it sounds here. It's me, Samantha. Little thing. Not about fast to forget it. Sit. Mine. Where did it happen? Having that paperwork. Wonderful. I don't. Introduce both of them. Tomorrow morning. Good night. She held the phone, humming to herself. Well, I didn't catch most of that at all. All I could figure out is that I'm stupid. Well, it seems Grandma has plans for me both tomorrow and today. She stepped out of the kitchen and beckoned me over. How do we get you settled into your room, Amber? The guest room is upstairs next to this. Nasser's one. Following a lean, I was taken to the room with the basic accommodations. A bed, a desk, a couple of drawers, chicken, roast beef, some pizza. Oh, you know, a chicken, some roast beef, pizza. It was barely noticeable. But the room was clearly meant for people who slept one night. I'm gonna sleep too. Watch me. Examining my surroundings, where I was supposed to be staying for the time being, I heard Grandma gasp out, "What's wrong?" Oh, now that I think about it, you don't have any other clothes with you. I must have slipped my mind, honestly. The very embodiment of patriarchy spawns in, takes all my rights with a firm handshake. I find it kind of neat that Samantha's the one who's like, hey, you gotta get clothes, man. It completely slipped my mind too. I had nothing to my name at the moment, except a few belongings that were with me at the time of my temporal traversal. The image of my closet back home popped in my head, making me grimace at how much I had in there, taken up for granted until now. I'm gonna need so much stuff. Be more pragmatic. You don't need the entire closet again. In contrast to my dread of having to somehow get everything I need, Grandma seemed to be over the moon of herself. Oh no, shopping montage. Making her fang on. Oh no. I don't think Fang would be too thrilled and enthusiastic even think about joining us from what I've seen. You've seen her for like 5 seconds! What are you talking about? In the meantime, I believe some of Fang's old clothes may be stowed away somewhere. Some of them ought to fit you, so please make do in the time. For the time being, dear. With that said, Grandma left the room with a pep in her step, continuing to check the room out and eventually sit down to bed to get a feel for it. It was rather squeaky, but that wasn't the problem in and of itself. The mattress wasn't half bad either, showing that despite the room not being used on a frequent basis, it had been taken care of in the event that it does come to some use. Laying down, I close my eyes. And if you close your eyes, an infectious drowsiness washing over me. It was long for me to fall asleep. And in my slumber, I had a dream. I was back home, my home. I was at the table with my parents, happened to talk about school that day with us who shared what they did. I wish I could see them. A wonderful illusion came to an abrupt end. Having to fall that I'm already homesick. This sucks. It's because you're a little baby blue. As I stewed in the solitary cell, sensation of being far from where I belonged, I had the door to the house open. Hello, dear. How was work? Considering how Grandma was talking to whoever ends, it was safe to assume who it was. It was fine. Kids home. Both upstairs. Thought the only one supposed to mean Samantha. She'll see them coming home any moment now. Oh my god! Amber's such a fucking goody two-shoes, which honestly does help with the idea of, like, Amber needs to go home. She's too precious. She doesn't belong in this world of a stinky Anon who's a big stinky. Anon's too stinky for this Amber. Lucy. Really think? Come on. I mean, Ripley is like the most okay, because Ripley is the dad and he's probably a bit distant, so I like the one I could accept. But Samantha? Just as I began to wonder how high that number would go, Grandma interjected with a giggle. Oh no, dear. Allow me to introduce yourself to her. She's Amber, my sister Mary's daughter. She went our way due to some troubles at home. She'll be staying with us for a while. He narrowed his eyes at the mention of Trouble. His glare was intense, judging me for my worth, despite the fact that we were meant to be family. Family's family. Hello, Uncle Ripley. It's nice to meet you, I said, getting closer and extending a hand to him. For what I know, he was the one to respect proper manners. From the looks of it, applied now as well, as he grasped my palm in his. How weird that all these people are exactly the same as they'll be in 24 years. What the fuck, man? Is anyone gonna, like, change? You were fucking in your 60s when I knew you, jackass. What the hell? Nice to meet you as well, Amber. Good to see some manners around here for a change. Despite having the introduction going well, the sensation of being scrutinized made cold sweat drip down my face. Making a mental note of staying in his good graces to avoid this pressure, Grandma came to my rescue, having noticed and being accustomed to it. Ripley, would you stop that with your glare of yours? You're scaring the poor girl. She left an abusive household and you're just picking it right back up. I'm the chief of police. I gotta abuse my wife. It's the law. He slapped her on the shoulder to get him to cut it out, causing him to snort before he broke eye contact with me. First, the crushioning, and now this. Having made it through a stat, our Nasa came downstairs. Hey, Dad, you work okay? Yeah, good to hear. Hey, Mom's dinner ready? I'm starving. Starving breeds starving. Her response a nod, we began to smell something delectable in the air emanating from the kitchen. Why, of course, dear. All that's left is to set the table. Great, let's... Before we start, would you mind fetching Fang? He grimaced. Ardo. I don't think they're in the mood to come down right now. Oh, why not? We have company over. Oh, wait. Why not? We have company over. Well, they had a very hard day, Dad. Just let it just let them just be for one day. Look, I'm using the pronouns right. What the fuck is going on? Please? Nasa put his hands together as amazing. Just put your hands together. Ultimately, Grandma relented. The sigh of all right, fine, both of you. Come help set the table. I'll sit over there and judge you, and you do the actual work. That's patriarchy for you. That's not what patriarchy... Yeah, it's patriarchy for you. Samantha, we must enhance your Mortal Kombat! Someone questioned my masculinity. Oh dear, for once I'd like to not be confined to the fridge. God damn it. Samantha, no, just don't go in the fridge. I'm holding her arm, pulling. Come on. Shark bait, breed shark bait. God damn it. And the Kiki, and the Kiki. One is Booba and the other Kiki. Anyway, Grandma's cooking is great. Amber's first day here, so let's substitute to this meal. Lasagna? Wait, a casserole of lasagna? Can you make a casserole of lasagna? Get this Garfield ass shit out of here! Anyway, Nasa's digging to his slides, alternating bites and chewing. Blowing on bites and chewing. I'm glad you arrived today of all day. Mom says, "I just what I need." It says that I know. That's a weird thing to say considering your sister's about to kill herself. I'm just saying, Nasser, maybe not. That's a time to be optimistic. So good. I like how we have such minimal conversation. Shouldn't Ripley be like, hey, what happened? Why is she here? I feel like Ripley's a bit more skeptical than that, even if he trusts Samantha. It's like, you look a little too much like my daughter, man. So much so that I confuse you for my daughter. Shouldn't you be a little more suspicious? Sorry, dear. The plot development calls for emotion. The plot calls for emotional development. You know what that means. But Mom, who's gonna make my bed? Mom, get out. Honey, you know I can't. I have to do this. Good old Ripley's got things to do tomorrow. The dark-eyed petite figure walked through the halls of the house in utter silence. Arriving at the closed door, they knelt down and left something in front of it. A plate of lasagna. You took their leave as their work was done. My work here is done. You didn't do anything. Ha! A door cracked open a bit. I could have had this. So, who's describing this? Whose line is this? What time is it? I was woken by my internal clock, having not set a physical alarm. One look at my clock told me that it was 7 a.m. Or rather usually, since my situation was far from normal. I wouldn't have gotten up so early, but I was told by Grandma to be ready for something she had in mind. Sitting up in my bed, I took a moment to stretch every joint of my body before heading down to the bathroom. Out down the hall. The towel had been so conveniently left in the drawer next to the door to my room, alongside some clothes. After a quick shower, I got changed into the hand-me-downs provided to me, heading downstairs to find Grandma and Grandpa in the kitchen. Oh, good morning, Amber. Did you sleep well? She greeted me as I took a spot at the table, providing me with a plate of waffles. Thank you, table. Yes, soundly. That's good to hear. Now eat up, we don't want to be late. Late for what? It's early in the morning and I was already confused. What the hell is she up to? Regardless, I ate the sweet bread before me, washing it down with a cup of milk as Grandpa drank his coffee and tended with reading the newspaper. After a while, Nasa came downstairs in a furry. What? Fursuit? Fully dressed and with his school gear. What does that mean? His backpack? He devoured the contents of the plate that had been set up for him in anticipation as best as he could. That is a bad sentence. Bad. Maybe get up earlier so that you can enjoy breakfast without being such a rush, young man. Sorry, Mom, you know how it is. I don't think Kang's going to school today. A waffle churro? Dude, this man needs some food. Oh, really now? Just what? Really now? What the hell happened yesterday, NASA? Cap reacted with the strongest of the statement. No, Dad, I'll be late. I know my sister's about to kill herself, but fuck, Dad, I got places to be. NASA's probably a sparkle dog. He doesn't... Listen, he has difficulty choosing, okay? It's hard for him to choose. I tried to be hasty retreat instead of going into detail. I Grandpa... Not so fast, NASA. Would you mind giving... Oh, no, it's Grandma. Not so fast, NASA. Would you mind giving us a ride in your car? That is to say to Amber and I. I'm confused. Where are we going? You know, I made eye contact, solidly communicating, and I don't know what she had in mind. Where to, Mom? Oh, to your high school, dear. Amber's already enrolled there. Man. She showed up yesterday. What the hell? How could you legally settle this? Well, you know, in America, after they defunded the Department of Education, you can do anything. And they won't say no. Anyway, she pulled some strings with Principal Spears. Jesus Christ, this goes on for a while longer than it really has to. Anyway, they go the NASCAR. I like that the NASCAR is a new concept to her. So going ahead to your classes. We've got to go see Spears. Oh shit! We're actually landing on something good. Power walking down the halls, we reached the principal's office. With a knock on the door, a voice instructed us to head aside. Behind the desk was a giant of a man yesterday, Spears himself as well as another human. In contrast to him, however, they were bald, wore a green jacket, and looked oddly familiar to me. How the fuck do you look like Anon? You're not even the same species! Oh, you mean that he looks familiar to you as in you recognize him? Ugh. My brain's getting smooshed.
Well, now that we finished the batch we got in the full school's financial program, allow me to introduce you.
What? Why would you need to introduce Anon to Amber?
This is the other student who'll be joining us for the room.
She's in freshman year! Anon's a senior! Why do you have to introduce him at all? Why are you like this, Spears? How did you know? Maybe he does notice the similarities between her and him. He gestures with an enormous hand, causing me to make eye contact transfer. His gaze was disinterested, but mine was wide and shocked. That's just about to say, Anon, this is my dad, who's in the band. I love chaining those two together. It's the best. So what a nice chapter, right? What a nice chapter. And up next is the beginning of a new school life. I think they're gonna introduce the another character. Introducing Reed and stuff. And there's another character too. I think I'm gonna go get a drink and something else. Clear the old palate. Eh. Spears is just trying to get Hamlet to stop screaming when he notices women existing around him. He's probably gonna freak out a lot now that I think about it. Poor guy. Poor guy. Hmm. One big grenade. Well then. Alright, let's not beat around the bush forever. Alright. Let's keep going. Dad then was to say, and on, got up from his chair, turning towards me. Calm down, Amber, calm down. Just like I brace yourself for meeting Mom, do the same with Dad. My dad, who's in the band. I gritted my teeth, forcing a strained smile. Hi. Really, Dad? You just had to make it more awkward? Hello, my name is Amber. Nice to meet you. Hang on. Same. Please let this end. I can't believe my dad's a loser! The two of us went silent for a couple of seconds before Spears sighed in exasperation. Yeah, that'll be good enough. I don't need my leave for your class now. Dad, stop being an incel. I need to be born. No. Women scare me. As his introduction, Anon took his bag and left, leaving only the three of us inside. Grandma took the seat he had been in, while I took the remaining one to her side. Wouldn't it be super fucking weird if the chair was behind her? Or in front of her? No, then let us discuss your integration into Volcano High, Amber. Mrs. Aaron has already begun to fill me in with most of the details, but I'd personally like to hear from you, if you would indulge me, of course. I don't see any problem with me going through business inquiry about me. Sure, you've already heard about this, but I'm from outside of the state, besetted it's, family issues. I winced a bit, but I shook it off. Since I'll be going here for a while, we're interested in checking out the school my cousins go to, which is, I was here yesterday. He smiled in approval, being satisfied with my answer. I'm surprised she's this good at lying. Given that she's a goody two, she's a good little girl. I'm more than glad to have someone express interest in my school, even if it stems from family. After all, family is important, regardless of how thin the ties may be. I unconsciously choked from what he said. I would very much like to hear that right now. I clutched my heart in melancholy. An action, a standard action, that does not go unnoticed. As Grandma and Spears reached out to me. Are you alright? I mean, I saw you have a heart attack yesterday. What the fuck, man? Get some help. His large hand stretched out to remind me yesterday when I collapsed in front. Yeah, I'm feeling just a bit sensitive but thinking about the topic for the moment. Grandma frowned at my words, while Spear adopted a... Everyone's frowning. My apologies. It was not my intention to put you through such emotions. Allow me to make it up to you. Moving past his desk, he opened a different door that led out to the hallway. Allow me, please, come here for a moment. Not too long after, a cream and orange person came into the room. I think it's very telling that she doesn't immediately recognize her as Auntie Naomi or anything. Which is fair enough. Because they do break up in that ending. I don't know, I just kind of felt like maybe they go a different route with this. On the other hand, having her know everyone already is a bit... Oh, those are two doggies and they're sleeping different directions. Oh, little paparinos. Little dogadoos. Oh. What can I do for you, Mr. Spears? She said with a pleasant smile, clasping her lowered hands in an endearing coat. Please finish the paperwork on my desk alongside Mrs. Aaron for me. I will personally escort Amber to her home room. I expect it will be done by my return. As soon as Naomi heard up my name, she made eye contact with me, an excited glimmer in her eyes growing by the second. Oh, you're that little cousin that Nasser told me about. I mean, it's kind of weird. You've been here for like 5 minutes and he's already told me everything. Man, he needs to really, learn how to keep secrets, huh? It's nice to meet you, Amber. Welcome to Volcano High. She cheerfully took my hand in hers, making me a bit uncomfortable with the positivity. Oh, nice to meet you too, Naomi. His words were enough to send her over the moon as she started talking about one thing after another. Going on tangents about all kinds of stuff I could do at school. The rate she was going, it was unlikely she would ever stop. Thankfully, Spears up her... My apologies. I shouldn't keep you any longer, Amber. Enjoy your first day. Spears quickly led me out of the office, leaving a waving Naomi behind. Disgusting. He sighed with exhaustion once we're out of his sight. Let me give you some advice, Amber. Naomi means well, but she has a habit of talking more than necessary. Do keep that in mind as you associate with her. I nodded as we turned the corner, coming face to face with the door. Knocking on it, he opened it, addressing the teacher inside. Good morning, Dan. Everything in order? It's good now. It just so happens after Steve. Yeah. Oh, it's a teacher. We're not gonna give this teacher a voice. Go ahead. Don't introduce yourself, kiddo. The teacher said with a clear disinterest. Also good as hobbies to do himself to the rest of the class. Hello, my name is Amber Crate. I'm into all sorts of music and also play some instruments, but I mainly enjoy playing the piano. As I finished my introduction, I found that everyone was just staring at me as disinterested as the teacher. The reception left me low-spirited, but I could show it on my face. Realize Rachel's here now. Man, it's really weird. Like in 2044, all the kids are fine, but now they're all like stuck on their phones talking about 6'7" or something. I don't know, man. I can't follow these memes. I download all my memes from the internet like a smart person does, but these kids have to do without their AI brain chips. Rotting them from the inside out. Naomi demands updates from Nasser every half hour. Shock collar gets a few films to the output. Is it just on all the time? What? Oh, Nasser Poo! I'm gonna lower your voltage for your birthday! Aren't they just the best? It's good enough, kid. Take a seat. At his prompting, I'm headed towards the only open seat available in the back. I'll leave her in your care now. I must get going. My people need me. Flopping down the plastic chair and desk combo. I diligently pulled out what I was due to use. A classic notebook and pencil. What the fuck's just... Setting them down in what? I turned to my side with the intention to greet the one I'd be sharing my space with for the rest of the school year. Having noticed that I was looking at them, she shot a glance at my... Why do you call them them if you're gonna use she like the next fucking word? What is with these neutral pronouns where they don't apply? She shot a glance my way for a second before I gazed at the difference. Hello, what's your name? No answer. Well, that sucks. Then forward. I'd be with a bit of dejection how the groan come from here. It's Sienna. Wait, I need something for her. Goddamn, what are we gonna go for, Sienna? Ugh, it's Sienna. Sienna, what a nice name. Yeah, whatever. She went back to ignoring, but I managed to clear the first hurdle. I suppose it's good enough for now. Already been pleased to at least have made some leeway with one of my classmates the morning continue to pass the steady rate with each teacher I met. Okay, we do the introductions again. Man, you gotta be sick and tired of this. You've got 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row, man! W. Ha! www.www.www. What the hell is this? What the fuck? Managed to launch bell and chase for 24 years in the future. Rang. Signal. School. Wethersfield Chapel. You should not be hanging out with seniors, man. Approaching the pair with a bit of hesitation, their moods contrasted with each other as clear as night and day.
Oh, hello, Amber. Come and sit down. Don't worry, I don't eat. Tee-hee.
I don't butt.
Caused the child to perk up at the mention of my name. Hey, Amber, you better hurry up, but it's gonna get cold fast.
I took him up in his office, sitting down next to him. Naomi patted for a brief moment before reverting to what seemed to be her go-to smile.
So how was your first day at Volcano High been? I bet you made lots of friends already.
It's been like 3 periods, Naomi! It's lunch!
It's been good so far. And I got to know the name of the girl who sat next to me in class. I'm a lesbian.
Do you even know what that is?
Yeah.
Man, they teach kids earlier every year these days.
I asked, despite getting a feeling that I shouldn't indulge in Naomi more than I had for my sake. Why? But at the moment, I felt like sharing my first day had gone, considering I didn't get the chance to do so before.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm sure things will keep going swimmingly for you. Don't you think so too, darling? Nasa, sweetie.
Man, I can't believe he's poking his pasta. Also, why does she care about you? Like, you're not useful for her plans to make Nasser happy. I don't know, man. Is it because she and Nasser get along?
Yeah, okay. Keep on keeping on, Amber, he said before playing with his food again.
What is up with him? As the urge... Oh, hold up. As the urge to ask what was up surfaced, Naomi shut off.
Oh, look, Nasser, it's Anon.
Following her gaze, my sights landed on the aforementioned human. I may as well beat you straight over to where he was, practically dragging him back over. That's 2 overs in 1 sentence. As I knew him, the face he was making communicated the singular message. Raptor, Jesus, please end my suffering. We stared at each other for a moment before I gave him a little wave. Naturally, Anon is like, I'm not interested, man. You're like 15. I'm 18. What the hell? Naomi, I'm not dating this. He returned the gesture, although in a rather stiff manner. The moment was cut short as the attention was drawn to Naomi, who was trying to get Nasa out of his thoughts.
Nasa, sweetie, what's wrong? You shouldn't play with your food.
Sorry, it's just I can't stop thinking about that concert. I can't stop thinking about those beans.
What?
I can't stop thinking about those beans. Fang didn't come to school today because of it.
Concert? Concert? Baby? Concierto? My focus zoned in? I'm designating this as residential zoning, thank you. Hanging on to his words.
Nasa, you know it's not your fault that it ended up like that.
Now, let me pat it. Oh shit, he gets the pep-pats.
Nasa gets the fucking pep-pats.
It's up to comfort him, but he's proud of it.
I'm the one who invited the audience. How's it not my fault? Hey, man, after I left, what happened exactly?
He was silent for a moment, but he went not to answer.
Well, they didn't make it past the first song. Someone said that they still suck just like last time.
The air around Nasa tensed with hostility, came to the point where I gulped on reflex.
What else did they say? Say anything about Fang?
Anon was hesitant to ask, choosing his words carefully.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty stuff. I don't think you want to hear.
All of a sudden, the fist slammed on the table with such strength that it jumped out of my skills. Those assholes!
I can't believe they called her a girl! Women suck. Men are superior. White power.
Nasser, you're... You can't say that in school, Nasser!
Man, I can't believe your boyfriend just fucking lost it like that.
Nasser, you can't paint that on the walls!
And spaghetti, no less. I swear I'm gonna kick each and every one of their asses!
How many asses? 5 asses.
His wrath lasted but a moment as he glanced in my direction, as I was having a realization
That he just yelled in front of a child.
I'm sorry, I just, I know what to do anymore.
Nasser, just because you don't know what to do anymore, it's not a reason to start painting swastikas on the lunchroom. This isn't helping anyone. Especially not my reputation.
There was a concert. How could it have gone so wrong for this to be happening? I'm certain Fang was a good musician, so what the hell happened? Lunch came to an end, so parted ways with the theater. Back in class, I can't stop thinking about those beans. So much so that Shiana kept giving me a few side eyes over just how out of it I was. You met her this morning. Not even the bell signaling the end of school day was enough of a distraction. I just absentmindedly strode through the halls. By chance, I bumped into in the alley. He told me Nas was going to stay late, which meant I was taking the bus home. When the event were right,
Man, how the hell? Surely public transit has changed in 24 years, enough so that you're like, this is a different kind of ride back home. Wow.
Lunch came to it, so I part was zip. The vice rode back home. I took the doorknob only to find it locked. His grandma and I have a key to the front door.
How did we not think about them keys?
One saw was the knock on the door, but someone was home. After a while, it's another fell stayed up with Frank's window. Truly nobody home? As I moved to knock one last time, I have the front door swung open. From it emerging a very pissed off terror.
Will you just fucking go away already?
Rose up in shock, not mentally ready for what was happening. For the first time since I came, was that face to face with the thing.
Nasser, please stop! You can't call ICE on our teachers! We need them! Your name is Nasser, they're going to deport you!
I'm a born, red-blooded American!
They don't care about that, Nasser! Stop holding that gun! Please! The shock collar isn't working anymore! I can't stop him!
Man, Amber's got her work cut out for her. Good luck, Amber.
For the first time since I've come, I was now face to face with a fawn.
Equally orange eyes coming into contact. Stop kissing the eyeballs.
Who the hell are you?
Remember your cousin.
Damn timing, and I'm back. Hopefully not too late.
Well, you're not just in time, because as we all know, just in time is always just in time. To the point that I hate that man's fucking guts, and I would kill him if he wasn't always just in time. How can I kill a man who's always just in time? Who the fuck names their child just in time?
I'm just in time, as in just in time.
I remember your cousin.
You're the one Mom wanted me to do yesterday? Figures. Hurry up and get the fuck inside. If you're gonna steal something, just leave.
Yes, ma'am.
I shuffled in as fast as I could to avoid making it angry, like the cat with the banana. Again. With me past the entrance, she slammed the door shut before storming upstairs.
Why doesn't she just leave? Why does she have to close the door? Isn't she disinterested?
God, that was scary. Finding myself in my lonesome, I was at least inside the house. I mean, it's fucking September. It's warm enough for me to wait outside for an hour. On the bright side, I got to meet Fang, so it worked out in my favor. It was still rather rocky.
How can she use her phone? Shouldn't her contract be, like, invalid? Or is it just valid until 2044?
But as I do a short amount of catching up...
Why me?
What do you mean, Scary Dave? Time passed in the endless scribbles of taking notes. Oh no, she didn't catch up with homework, that's what she's doing. Knowing Fang wouldn't deign to answer, I did so in her place. Opening the door was a pink raptor with a red tank top and a short purple sad tops donning a yellow hoodie. Their eyes widened at the sight of me. I love how all we're getting is like the obvious big stuff. Hey Fang, are you okay? Why are you wearing that? Both our satires asked both worry and disbelief. The scariest of days. Oh, that's... Get out of here! You're not that popular, Scary Dave. If you show up in the Snoot world, they won't be like, oh, it's Scary Dave! Can I get his autograph? Whoa! Again, these two look familiar. I'm not Fang, I'm her cousin Amber. They leaned in to get a better look at me. Oh, I'm bad, dude. You look exactly like them. Not as tall, though. Which makes it really weird that everyone keeps mistaking you for Fang when you're, like, not even the same goddamn height. What the fuck is wrong with everyone? Glad to notice at least an obvious... Then how did no one notice? How did you point this out? I'm not popular because of Scary Fucking Scary Pterodactyls stealing all your thunder, man. My name is Reed. There's Trish. His friend greeted me with a sup. A cup of sup. We're friends of Fang and we came to check up to make sure they're alright. Since he didn't come to school today. As soon as I heard their names, the connections were made by brain. It's Uncle Reed, not the Trish. An outsider probably should have recognized Reed since he carried himself near identically in the future. Honestly, the stroke really didn't help. As for Trish, she didn't... I recalled her as confident and shrewd. Shrewd is without the E, man. Businesswoman. This is taking me from remembering because she didn't radiate that aura as she was. As she will be. I stepped to the side to let them enter. Come on in, Fang is upstairs in the room. As they walked past me, Trish narrowed her eyes at me. You know, nerd emoji, finger pointing up. It's her, it's not her, it's them. She stated with an irritated glare, leaving me confused. She sighed and sighed before crossing her. Crossing her what? Her arms? Fang's non-binary. So it's they and them. That's not how you... It's they and them. You're supposed to say they, them. There's no and. The slash is implied, you idiot. You're living here, you don't even know that? Evaluation of me dropped at a fatal lack of understanding. But I'm having become a member of the household. It's been 24 years, man. You know, like a way different version to these people. She has no aura. She's not aligned yet. She didn't get the cutscene with the Emperor yet, so she couldn't pick her star sign yet. That's the problem. She doesn't have a class. They and damn. My pronouns are they and damn. Damn. Fang is non-binary? I don't remember hearing anything like that from Mom or Dad. I was having to flounder about trying to make heads and tails of it. I remember I tried to meet them yesterday, and when they got home, but they blew me off before shuttering themselves in the room. The stuttering didn't help my case as they continued to glower at me. Andrew Glower, what are you doing in this game? Fortunately, my time of distress came to an end as a hand plopped onto my shoulder. Let him off the hook, Trish. She didn't know, it's all. It's not like she meant anything bad by it. I keep telling Fang to wear the pronoun pin, but she refuses to. Honestly, it's her fault at this point. Their fault. Yeah, her fault. Yeah. Hey, thank God I can't say how happy I am right now. I like how she has nothing to say about... Like, you know, Trish looks like she's a businesswoman, but what is Reed? Nothing. Reed is nothing. Nothing. Whatever, come on, Reed. She mounts upstairs with a steady pace. His raptor friend was not quick to follow. Are you not going to see Fang? Sure in a bit. But from the looks of it, you're having a hard time yourself. He pointed to the kitchen, to the stack of books and notes. You need some help with that? I got all the answers. His offer was tempting, since all the material was completely new to me. Wanna help me study? Yeah, that first year stuff is easy. He made his way over as I followed suit before sitting down next to my impromptu workstation. I'm down to help his sister out. Seems to be chill for the most part. I can tell you're one of the good ones just from looking at you. To an opportunity that sprouted from his generosity, I took my seat and stilled myself to observe everything. Going over my subjects for a good chunk of 2 hours, I'm surprised to learn that despite how laid back he handled himself,
He was incredibly smart and had a knack for teaching others. Why can't you just say that you understood everything and it went well? Just let it...
And that's how I get this result. Well, it matches with the answer you got from the simple formula.
Oh, I see. It makes sense now.
Man, this example fucking sucks, doesn't it? Really wouldn't take too much to, look one up online or something.
I wrote down Reid's suggestions and teachings into a separate notebook and that'll become a lifeline to me. I don't let anything happen to this notebook. What? If your fucking notes for school? It's not even your diary. Kitty, kitty. I love saying kitty, kitty. When I see a cat on the street, I immediately and automatically say cat. And I say puss. And then I go, pfft. And then I go kitty, kitty. Usually the cat at that point is annoyed with me and gives me a look and I'm like, heh, got him. Cat annoyed. The study says she continued a bit longer. Up until a yell from upstairs boomed throughout the house. Reid. Despite how angry Trish sounded, Reid simply got up out of the can of the book.
You ought to be set for a good while with that.
Thank you, you're a lifesaver.
He smiled, his eyelids drooping ever so slightly. There's no sweat on my back, dude. Glad to help out.
With that said, he made his way out, but not before peeking back at me from the corner.
If you got any questions later, don't be afraid to ask him. You know where to find me.
He was about to fully leave before he stopped, his eyes opening a little more than usual.
Except you don't
He began contemplating the conundrum he found himself in as he stared at him. I interrupted suppers.
I guess I could tell you. I'm usually at the auditorium during school lunch with Fang and Trish. Feel free to drop by any time. It's kind of weird I'm making friends with a freshman, but whatever, man. I guess between me and Anon, that's just normal now.
I mean, it's normal in 2044.
Yeah, but those are all pedophiles, man. We don't talk about those guys.
How would you know?
Bye! Slides off screen.
All alone again, I returned to my work with newfound knowledge and understanding. With the help of the notes I took for Reid's lessons, I decided to blaze through as best as I could. I got this. I won't let you down. After a prolonged study session, the sound of the front door locking caught my attenzione. Picking up from my spot, I saw both Grandpa and Grandma enter the house. Oh, Amber, how was your first day at school? She asked, strolling over and wrapping me in a hug. It was very fun. I got to meet most of my teachers and hung out with Nasa during lunch, though. You're 15! I know you're a smart girl. Like, there's seriously an energy about her that feels like she's, not an adult or, in a teenage years yet. There's something immature about her. Like, you're 15! What 15-year-old says, I got to meet most of my teachers? Yeah. Am I being too... am I being too much about this? But I genuinely feel like, at times, despite her big vocabulary, she just talks about subjects like a child. You know, there's something immature about what she cares about. Huh. I know you're a smart girl. You'll get the hang of it sooner or later. Welcome home, Uncle. How was work?
It was good. Mostly people pushing for the most part.
Mostly for the most... Fuck off. Ugh.
Absolutely.
They're alright. They just went upstairs with, out of sight at the staircase. Who's all to get figure to the stop? Oh.
They're upstairs with...
Oh, they're upstairs with their music. Right, their music. That's redirection. Keep your thumbs up before leaving. Thought I got my ass. Tipped him out, something was missing. Turned towards the step and saw nothing.
What are you up to?
Me, I'm just studying by myself in the kitchen. Ignore the smell of THC and cannabis. Despite the honest answer, with the evidence to boot, he kept staring me down as if he was in. What is it with me that makes people feel the need to stare me down? Because you're just too precious. Ripley, would you stop that? Can't you just believe her? There's no need for you to act that way. A chiding of his treatment towards me made me both relieved and guilty. I'm sorry. I'm not telling you the whole truth.
The household patriarch left it at that, retiring to their bedroom, while his wife got to work preparing dinner for us all, tension in body drained, having successfully managed to keep Tricia hidden from prying eyes. The relief was not long lived, however. So soon spotted Tricia in the front yard through the living room window. How confused how he got there, approached the glass pane. The glass pane! For a better look, only to have my jaw drop. Before my eyes, Reed was climbing down a makeshift rope to hang it from Fang's room. Once he dropped, the two of them sprinted off the property, but not before he turned around, shooting me a sly wink with finger guns as they made their daring escape. This choice is unbelievable. Having seen a pair of fugitives escape into the night, I stepped away from the window as the door clicked open upstairs. A couple of moments of some stomping later, Fang entered my vision. Then I made eye contact, and seeing his son stared at him. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Going good, now at least. The silence that followed was awkward, but the last thing I wanted was to overreach and bungle everything up. Thankfully, I didn't need to make the move. So you're my cousin, huh? Cool to meet you, I guess. The words sounded rather forced, like they didn't want to say them. Considering their early behavior, something must have happened, though I had no idea what. Reed. I met Reed like 5 minutes ago, but I already know exactly how Reed works. You've got a fantastic read on people, girl.
Cool to meet you too.
I gave him a sincere smile for their efforts, which they shied away from. Having accomplished the task that Reed most likely set for them, they went to the kitchen, where they were instantly beset by the parents and questions. I watched them interact with a warm smile, even if it's dissolved into something strong words being said. They're using the adult words that I'm not supposed to use as a 15-year-old. Okay. But at least it's happened to success pleasant words. You know, I'm glad that I finally said something nice to my mother, and then she started yelling at my parents that she's going to burn the house down. Haha, she's such a jokester. 2 days passed, I settled to a nice school routine. Was this fucking Anon or Amber? Which for the most part was to wake up, shower before, have breakfast, take the NASCAR to school. Think to note that Fang wasn't too keen on riding with NASA to school. I've been walking there every morning. Today, however, was the exception. Me, that is. As NASA left early to help with some school responsibilities, I found myself walking alongside Fang to school, but completely quiet, neither of us having anything to say. Why suddenly become italicized? To take it slow. I wouldn't want to push him away. Just to throw it away! Occasionally, I stole a glance at them, in an attempt to gauge how they were feeling. I'd say they weren't particularly thrilled about having to go to school, but not down about it like they were in the previous days. Arriving at Volcano I, the two of us went our separate ways with simple farewells. Huh. What's this? Oh, that can go away. Passing through the halls, I spied a good amount of activities from a couple of clubs. That reminds me, NASA left early because of school activity, didn't he? Maybe I should look into a club or something. The thought of asking Naomi for suggestions crossed my mind, but also served to time me out this early. For some reason, the idea of conserving could bum me out. Fuck off! Sorry, I know you've done extremely well so far, but we're there. The beans have got to come down. Bap. Listen, I get it, right? I get it, right? Gamers. But shouldn't Amber be like the perfect person to be aligned with Naomi? She's a polite, pleasant, calm little girl. Shouldn't she be like in line with Naomi? Maybe she would find the fakeness a little weird. Like, I feel that's because she's such a good reader character, apparently, because she just figures everyone out in 5 minutes. Like, that I can see. But she wouldn't be exhausted. Like, shouldn't Naomi be like the perfect kind of person for her to talk to? Ugh, whatever, man. Huh. The heck is this?
So how do you feel about dating socially repulsive humans?
I'd rather be celibate.
Dang!
Evaporates into nothing? No. But I genuinely feel like Amber should be getting along better with Naomi.
Either because she's too naive to know what's going on, or because she's like, you know, good enough. Though I guess she'd be the most knowledgeable about things, the most one to help me out. Despite our reluctance to interact with her, I eventually decided to bring her up on the next chance I got. Wrong. And so, the school day began proceeding as soon as... God bless you, Reed. Even at Sienna asked me for help. Why are you like, God bless you? What fucking girl says... Ugh, I'm just so confused on what Amber's supposed to be at times. Like, we had some introductory character traits. Man. Like clockwork, Kirk. Yes! Yes, the bell to fucking lunch is probably on a goddamn timer, so yes, like clockwork. Once again, I got a lot to get to lunch. As I did, my attention was drawn to a pair of red arms waving me out. Hesitated to move from where I was. Oh, yes, yep. Yo, Herbert, how's it acting? It's been great. The stuff she taught me is coming in handy. You have no idea how grateful I am. Clockwork Orange. Get this man out of here.
Glad to hear it, dude. A kindness further down the road. Maybe that's why Karma thought that we were turning our backs to each other, Anon, my guy.
Halfway through his sentence, Reed addressed Anon, who was with him to my surprise. Anon, since when the hell are you this cool?
I think we would have swapped back regardless of how Karma feels.
Anon, shouldn't you be like the exact kind of person to be about Karma? He was quick to discredit fate and cosmic comeuppance, though I did spot a hint of nervousness in his voice.
Anyway, let me get my seconds and Amber her first.
Seconds? Reed already ate lunch. At that, we all went back to waiting in line. Conversations were split between Reed and Anon, with Trish and Fang having their own. I was free to join in on whichever. Occasionally, either Reed or Trish would direct a question or comment my way, letting me know better.
So, Amber, you guys into video games?
Are we actually doing this fucking scene still? Safi is reading this like they're alluding to the Ludivoco attack from... I don't even know what that means! What did that mean? Oh no! I only know video games from the future. I only know Halo Infinite +5. And they finally released the Elder Scrolls 6 and it sucked! My dad practically burnt the house down and killed like 50 people over it. He kept screaming, 40 years! I waited 40 years for this! It's just Skyrim again! Todd Howard, an ancient man by this point, is wheeled onto the stage to give a formal apology, and he just goes, it just works. And then he dies live on stage. Some say it was a heart attack. I like to think it was Cthulhu reaching through time and space to crush his heart. As I panicked on the inside, Anon answered first. Yeah, I got a couple of consoles and a toaster of a PC.
Only Xbox for me. Battle Sawyers are sick.
Factory Station's got a better lineup overall.
Yeah, but like Stony games are lame. Just like, movies lame.
You can't prove that.
Hell yeah, I can.
Reed then mumbled off a sequence of letters and numbers too varied for me to keep track. How did you say that out loud?
Doesn't matter, dude. Just look up what I told you.
And I gave up and started searching. After a little while, a little song emerged from his phone. What the hell?
Pretty hilarious, right?
The grin grew across the raptor's snout face. Snout face? Is he about to do a snout face? I legally disown myself from all puns made. Somehow New Vegas is still the best follow despite all attempts to destroy it. Every new version of Skyrim purchase rewinds Todd's age by 10 minutes. He'll be a baby. He'll be a newborn baby. Fresh from his mother. Oh, goddamn. God fucking damn it, man.
if I ever go to 2044, I'm not looking up lottery numbers. I'm just looking up Bethesda's releases. Just to see. Anon didn't contest the deed, dropping the status phone in contemplation. I wonder what that's about. What about you, Amber? Got any faves? I was left stunned for being put on the spot. I left my games back home. Well, for Anon, I'm depressed that modern-day Anon did not raise you to be a gamer, Amber. It's 2044. Girl gamers are allowed. If only because all the male gamers died in the gamer war of 2035. They're all dead. So they needed someone to start gaming. And so they injected all the women's meme chips with raw gametonium. And we're still living with the consequences today. Shit, my bad. Didn't mean to put you in a tough spot. Wait, if you left your games back home, that means you played games. You can talk about them.
It's alright, it's been a while since I played something new, so I'm afraid that'll sound lame.
You're 15, Amber! What the fuck are you talking about?
You're 15! You've had, like, what, 2 years to play adult games?
What the hell are you talking about?
No problem, dude. That just means we gotta share what we got with you. We'll show you some good games. Right, Anon?
Why the hell did you make that sound like... What the hell, Reed? Sure. To my surprise, he conceded on the matter. Did I just manage to get a promise to spend some time with my dad, who's in the band?
I may let you do anything.
All of us get our meals and Reed gets a second. We stand about near the wall of the cafeteria, since all the tables are taken. Resuming our conversations, Reed pulled out a tablet from his backpack.
Dudes, listen to this. I want to hear your old thoughts on the song we got cooked up.
A chance to hear Fang's music. This ought to be good. Growing excited, I leaned in to listen better. No thanks to the sheer light of everyone else in the room. It proved to be a mistake. As the second year hit play, my expectations were shattered and my hearing ravaged from what could only be described as the great scouring of the millions of cats. Millions and billions and billions of cats. I balanced a strained smile and a deep grimace as Nanom did his best not to look like he sucked on a lemon. That's actually a really nice way to put it. So, how was it? Fang asked, gracing the two of us with an unexpected curve in a beak. Anon and I glanced at each other, unsure whether to tell him the truth or not. I'm certain that if I ever played something like that, Mom would smash whatever instrument I had right on my head. That's also a part, right? Like, a lot of people are super nice to Amber, and, like, non-violent, in a way that, again, feels like she's 9! We're great, aren't we, guys? It's definitely original.
It's unique, I would say.
It's the only word I could use that described what I heard positive. What your basis, though? It's our style! Let's see. Well, I guess that's good. After all, there's some pretty ironic reference to Beethoven's few release. What? I have no clue what possessed him to say that, but to his credit, I got a reaction out of the band that they recoiled in astonishment. How could you tell?
Jeez, man, you got the ears of a bat or something?
What?
Much to my confusion and disbelief, the band warmed up to Anon. I like how you're already just going for the band. I could only interpret as him taking a shot in the dark. Reed even went as far as to invite him over to one of the concerts. I'm not going to think about it too hard anymore. La Benda. I'm getting the bends with how hard this band is sinking. Or rising, I guess. The conversation suddenly grabbed to a halt as the band stopped in their tracks. Out of nowhere, they made a run for it. Reed grabbed my hand, leaving Anna behind. Why are they running? What's going on? The guys didn't answer me, but in this, I could clearly hear the... Oh.
Anon! Anon, I told you to date Fang, not this little girl. I know she looks like Fang, but she's not the one.
I guess they didn't get too well with Naomi. Why is that, though? I escaped from the parasol, but despite having our hands full of full-speed baradas towards the auditorium. Did we really have to run that fast? Or could we have just broke a line of sight or something? Or caught our breath, finally taking the time to fill me in. Going to them, if we hadn't run at the pace we were going, Naomi would have definitely caught up, which she's apparently done before. Impressive. As I began to ponder, she had the natural capability of a hunter despite being a herbivore. That's racist. The band led me past the double doors, down the Islum. I know it's aisle, but Islum. where they sat down at the seats closest to the stage. Taking my spot next to Reed, I resumed chewing on my food, engaging in small chat with him for the most part. So Amber, what'd you like to do when you're free?
I'd like to listen to music when I got nothing better to do. If it was up to me, I'd play something. But I'm too afraid to ask Fang for one of their guitars.
You play the guitar?
Yeah, I can play it decently, but where I truly shine is on the keyboard.
I made sure to sell my talents to him because for all other purposes, I was good at it. I may have inherited some talents from Mom, but it's also her teachings. Things that allow me to confidently make such a claim. Everyone went quiet after my answer. Fang and Trish weren't even talking to each other anymore.
What are you, a fucking OC? Get this Mary Sue ass out of here.
Curious about the change in atmosphere, I turned towards them. I could see that their sights were locked on me. Suddenly becoming the center of attention, I started to get a bit nervous. Not only from the unbearable sounds, but from the stares as well. Are you really that good at playing? Thank! Broke the silence with a skeptical raise of their eyebrow. Wait a second, do they not believe I can actually play? Frustrated that my skills were called into question, without demonstration due to prejudice, I made eye contact with Fang and with furrowed brows.
Of course, I swear on my life.
Witnessing my determination, their eyes widened, only for a moment as an impressed gleam flashed across their gaze. I wanted that. So does have to show us. Can't wait to see you show your worth, kid. The smug grin on Trish's face was my tipping point that sent me over the edge.
I'm not a kid! I'm Amber! I'm 15! Just because I'm not as tall as Fang, everyone keeps treating me like I'm 9!
I thought you were 7. Damn.
I can't wait to wipe that smirk off your face.
We glanced at each other. Their overconfident smirk never faltered. But my determined scowl didn't as well, as we butted head in the blaring bling echoing across the spacious room. To where belongs, I marched down the aisle in my exit from the other. What the fuck is that sentence? Before I moved past the entrance. You're exiting past the entrance. I turned around one last time to see Fang and Trish staring. What the hell just happened? What kind of shit scene is that? That's bad. That's not good. Ugh. And next up is a side story, but I'm running out of oxygen here. So, it's definitely showing a couple of problems. But all in all, it's better than most. You know. It helps a lot that the band is what it is. Mm. Boop, boop, boop. Bop, bop, bop. Yeah, I have to be honest. I'm still positive about this compared to everything else we've done so far. This is still better than most, but, you know. I think I'm just going to call it there for now for today. Yeah. Hey, we're 6 chapters, 42 to go. We got a lot more time left. But like I said, the far more normal word counts and everything, it's just way more structured. I'll give it that much. Definitely starting to see the scooch and delay that the writer likes to lean on a bit too much. Man, I'm tired. I'll be seeing you guys next week, Friday. When Naomi somehow convinced Anon to
not romantically pursue a freshman? Will Nasser escape ice? Will Trish find her aura? Find out next time on Snootball. I mean, it's a great question. Why do you keep dating a 9-year-old? I'm 15! It's like if I date a girl my age, I'm pathetic. I can kick your ass! Oh, man, I can never win. God damn it, Anon. What a loser. Ugh. Did Anon write the new expansions to Snoot Game? He might as well have. Closer. Anyway, thank you all for coming. And then Zebroly comes crashing down looking for it. I don't even want to hear about it, man. I don't even want to know. Whew. So much yawning. Ugh. That just tells you what I'm feeling like. Yawning, that is. Well, I've got other things to do. Banjo solo. Really too much. You know what? I think I need to go before I start saying more stupid stuff. Not that I've been all that cognizant so far, but we all know you can only go deeper. There is no bottom to the barrel. Only a barrel at the bottom. Now with that wise Quan from your grand friend, may you find Nirvana, or whatever the hell you use a koan for. I'm thinking of koans, right? Yeah, it is a koan. Oh, it's apparently Kongan. What? What? Yeah, it's koan. Be the bottom of the barrel. Strolling his barrel. Heck yeah.